The Old and New Testaments of the Bible are in your blood circulation systems, not in the pages of the Bible. Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 13. And that he saith, a new covenant he hath made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. Your body's cells are kept alive and active by a cooperative effort between your respiratory and circulatory systems. The circulatory system, which is a vast network of blood vessels, acts both as a delivery and waste removal system for the body. There are two types of blood circulation: pulmonary and systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation helps the body breathe externally by moving blood between the heart and lungs, so that carbon dioxide from the body's tissues can be exchanged for oxygen. Systemic circulation helps the body breathe internally by moving blood between the heart and the rest of the body to supply oxygen and remove carbon dioxide and other waste substances that the body doesn't need. The heart powers both types of circulation. Let's zoom in a little more so that it's evident. Because pulmonary circulation involves the exchange of gases during external respiration, let's call it the New Testament. Let's also call the systemic circulation the Old Testament. Because systemic circulation involves the exchange of gases during internal respiration. Why do I think of the Old Testament as having to do with systemic circulation and the New Testament as having to do with pulmonary circulation? It is extremely easy. Let's start with the New Testament, or the pulmonary circulation. Blood that has been used by the body's tissues and is no longer oxygenated needs to be powered up again. In the pulmonary loop, deoxygenated or old blood leaves the right ventricle of the heart and enters the lungs. There, carbon dioxide is expelled and oxygen is absorbed. When oxygen gets into the blood, it changes deoxygenated blood into oxygenated or new blood. The binding of oxygen to the hemoglobin molecules in the red blood cells changes the color from bluish purple to brilliant red. The new blood then travels through venules from the capillary beds to the pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins carry blood to the left atrium of the heart, which is where systemic circulation, or the New Testament, ends. Systemic circulation begins in the left ventricle of the heart, when new blood is pumped from the left ventricle of the heart through the aorta, the largest artery in the body. The new blood moves from the aorta through the systemic arteries and then to the arterioles and capillary beds that supply the body tissues. At this point, oxygen and other nutrients from the red blood cells are released into the body tissues, and at the same time, carbon dioxide and other waste substances from the body tissues are picked up by the red blood cells. The blood is now old or depleted of oxygen. The old blood then travels from the capillary beds into the systemic veins via venules. The systemic veins carry blood to the inferior and superior vena cava, which are the largest veins in the body. The old blood is carried via the vena cava to the right atrium of the heart, where the systemic circulation ends. It is a never-ending cycle. It keeps changing from old to new in the New Testament and from new to old in the Old Testament. They are happening at the same time in your heart right now. Each heartbeat causes both testaments to happen. Blood circulation starts when the heart relaxes. The blood flows from both atria, the upper two chambers of the heart, into the ventricles, the lower two chambers, which then expand. The following phase is called the ejection period, which is when both ventricles pump blood into the large arteries. Mark 14 verse 24 reads, And he said unto them, This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many. Blood is more than just a thick red liquid. Its cells are varied. Blood will be visible when viewed through a microscope. It resembles sperm cells, which are made up of millions of cells and are found in the male reproductive system. Consider blood as personified versions of the people the Bible's authors wrote about. All of the personal pronouns are merely devices for giving inanimate objects human characteristics. The difference between the New and Old Testaments is the blood contained in the interchangeable blood vessels, or the priesthood. In the pulmonary circuit, or New Testament, the veins, or the high priest, move towards the heart, carrying oxygenated, or new blood, while pulmonary arteries are moving away from the heart, carrying deoxygenated or old blood. In the systemic circulation, or the Old Testament, the opposite is true. Veins carry deoxygenated or old blood and move toward the heart, while arteries carry oxygenated or new blood and move away from the heart. Please watch other videos on this channel. Links are in the description below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel and activate the bell icon so that you will get a notification once we post a new video. If you enjoyed this video, share it with all your friends and click the thumbs up. My name is Vanish. See you at the next one.